first class, first rate, high grade food. So too is all of the yam them, yellow yam, renta yam, St. Vincent. The whole of them is good. But you cannot process them. You say all them talk about yam porridge, you're gone too far. You know? Unless it's you boil the yam and crush it up. But you see, when them go powder it and turn it in a powder, and then you have to go mix up that back, forget porridge, you're gone too far. The strength of it is now dead. The life of it is in the immediacy of the eating once you enter into any processes with the food. Unprocessed whole foods. If you're going to eat the corn, eat the corn. The furthest you need to go with it is hominy. You know, those of you who must process it, don't go further than cornmeal. But you see the cornmeal where they're in the shop, like all the one where them call counter cornmeal. My brothers and sisters, no buy that. That's a waste of time. Them take out all of the elements of good nutrition out of the retail cornmeal. When you check it out, no oil no there in there. Them have the eye of the cornmeal, them take that out. So you see, coming out with the oil is half of the nutrient values of the cornmeal. And then them turn around now and them say enriched cornmeal. There is no powers that man have that him can take out the enrichment of the God before the creation, His Imperial Majesty the Emperor Haile Selassie. If you take out that which was put in there for its power, there is no power that the European civilization can use to add ingredients to the grain that make it have a higher quality. All that they have done is they make it more dead and nutritionless to the body, but them can use it now to make that food highly spiced and you love it. By the time you turn around, you're big and fat. You know, and into that fatness, you know, say you're not a well-nourished person, because you see, fat people is not nourished people, you know, them suffering from malnutrition. Is malnutrition produce fatness, you know. If you're eating a balanced diet, whether it's cooked food or is raw food, once the diet balance, it is not difficult to balance a diet in a vegetarian world. The caller a while ago in the discussion, he make mention, say right now in Jamaica it's difficult to live a vegetarian life. If you go down a Coronation Market, they must sell like all carrot, $150, tomato minimum $100, pop chow $100, and things like cabbage minimum $150 with some little. Seriously, them strip it down because the price of the thing is so high, them can't eat well. And it can't make it spoil. Them a strip and people come and them buy some carrot that is have no good looks for $150. I mean cabbage. The price of food high, you know, so you have to just know, say, you eat those things that you can eat. What I noticed down at the market was that the melon was cheap in this time. When you match it up with the price of the other food, them $30 a pound, that means a big melon crop come in. That means enough melon, because the melon is a water that is of high nutritive value. Melon in this time would have come in like food. So all a man like I know, suppose I man have several melon, I man just go and eat melon, because melon can eat and drink. You know? So you see, in the business of the unprocessed whole food, don't move to process it. You eat it in that direction. Then now, when you look at the medicine of the European, which we're going to look at as we continue in the metamorphosis. Hail the philosopher, Ras lands, up in the hills above Stony Hills, Rastafari. And special greetings going out to my brother the philosopher, Iman Black, Metamorphosis. Jaja, give us life to live, so let us live. Our discourse has continued. We've been talking about the proper nutrition, and we had gotten to the point now where we're ready to look at the physician of the present civilization. We want to look at his capacity. You know, what can he do in relationship to what he's doing now? Now, you have quite a few doctors, you know, and the people them still falling dead from quite a few sicknesses. And the doctors choke them hand in the ear and them say them don't know what to do. Them say that once you have that particular sickness, it cannot be cured. You're going to have to live with it until death. And the pharmaceutical companies love that. Them love it gone to bed. We're talking about wellness now. Because you see the business of maintaining wellness, it is no longer left in the hand of nutrition. It gone into the hands of the pharmaceutical industry and the doctors. Because this conspiracy that them have is one that work between the doctor who write the prescription. Because there is a generous writing of prescriptions, you know, from you go inside the doctor office and the doctor say, what do you? And you tell him, he just go bam and him start to write and all of the thing them way him write. And why I know it's a conspiracy is because it don't matter which doctor write the prescription. You, the man who collect the prescription from him, you don't know what him write, say. You know? And remember, say the man is the most highly educated people in a freedom field in the society. So you know, say, if them was writing according to them education, you would understand what them write. But them writing to make sure, say, you don't understand. But you see, the moment the pharmacists take it up, a part of them schooling also is to understand where the doctor write. And what the doctor write is in a code. That's why you don't understand, you know, it's not so much about the handwriting. It's the code surrounding the language, which is really rough. Because the people themselves never really study that language. So consequently, the doctor gone clear. When basically the thing them way him write about in the prescription is to dull the pain, the effect of the sickness, and to cover it over with something that make the people them feel good. Like them boost them energy system in the same way that the boom or the Red Bull would do. And so the people them feel good, them don't feel the pain, but the sickness remain. That is the general characteristic of European medication. What they seek to do is to resolve problems. So they go from resolving one problem, which would be a symptom of the illness, and them can't locate the illness because they're not very good at that. What they are good at is dealing with accidents. They are exceptional in that because remember, you know, it's them said one create the accident through them culture. Them going so fast that in a culture that is moving so rapid, there is no way that you're not going to have accident. So them build up a strong accident potential where them can go into the savaged human body and them can perform operations that stop the bloodletting, straighten up broken bones and broken head and neck and back, and but some of them really can't straighten, you know, and them use iron pin and iron this and iron that, and them create legs and arms, and the industry is really big. And them even have some sophisticated computerized arm and foot that doing almost everything that the hand that cut off or the foot that cut off can do. So you can't just write off the European medicine. But some of them medicine man is really good. But in terms of the medicine man them who's supposed to heal on a daily basis, that not going on. And then the people themselves generally don't understand that healing is not really the prerogative of the doctor, you know. Healing is the prerogative of Mother Nature. And if you follow Mother Nature in a fair order, and your body can survive the purification that she will take you through. For 100% sure, there is no illness that fall upon man that a proper knowledge of healing and Mother Nature cannot cure. So, in talking now, I have painted myself into a corner because I know that there are people who are saying, yes, 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 yes. So you see, in all of these things, what you mean? You mean that you actually know what to do to cure this illness and that illness? And my answer to you would be this. I want you to understand that I am not a physician. I am a Rastaman who has studied at the foot of many Rastaman. And I have learned along the way. And that knowledge has allowed me now to be able to say that yes, all of these mysteries to the doctors in Babylon, all of these mysteries to these doctors of European civilization, these people who have been authenticated and accredited by Europe to perform the medicine of Europe, they don't really know how to do this thing. But Rasta know. You know, like even disease like arthritis. Them say it can't cure. Nothing no go so. Arthritis can cure, but it cannot be cured in an overnight procedure. It can be cured in a short-term method. All of the protocols associated with the curing of arthritis is pretty much the same protocol associated with the cure of all disease. Because you see, at the end of the day, all disease is one disease. All the name them where they make up and call it, it really don't matter that much, because the sickness that a person develop or manifest is a sickness that is very localized, is the same stressors that strike the individual, but it is the weakness of the individual structure that produce the localized problem. But outside of the localized problem, the illness is basically the same. I mentioned it earlier in the program. It is constipation of the tubal, the pipe system of the structure. The point at which that constipation take place is many times how them name the illness. But the constipation is the same. It is just that the person was weak right there, so why it manifests there, so sometimes it manifests itself as diabetes, sometimes it manifests itself as cancer. Cancer is a popular one because it is end game of so many different savagery that we have put the human structure to. While we are doing it to the human structure, we're not thinking what outcome could be. If we were, then cancer wouldn't be the bane and the dangerous threat that it is to humanity today. And you can walk away from it. Even the person in all fourth stage cancer can walk away from it. Because cancer will not grow, you know, if you move away from the avenues that facilitate its growth. And it is entirely possible to do so. Cancer has to get nourishment. Cancer has to be nourished just like any other part of the body, because cancer is a part of the body, you know. It is a part of the body that grows irregularly, but it is growing out of the body. So it is a part of the body, so it requires nutrition. So what you have to do is minimize the nutrition to the rest of the body. Once you're minimizing the nutrition to the rest of the body, the cancer going dead. Remember, the cancer is the new something will come, you know. It is a much, much smaller proportion of the entire structure. And what you also have to understand is that the structure now go just dead, so you know. Life is something that the structure want. And life is something that it thrive upon. But it dies proportionately. Consequently, if you carry yourself in the direction that the cancer is carrying you, slowly but surely the cancer itself will die before you do. You just have to know how to kill it. The ways and means to kill it is not really very, very difficult. It is still through the same nutrition process. You have to nourish the body. Through many different processes can be done. Fasting can be used. Also eating. That is eating the foods that nourish the body but don't nourish the cancer. Because there are certain specific things that cancer don't want, you know. For example, cancer don't want highly oxygenated food. So you feed yourself highly oxygenated food. Cancer don't love oxygen. So it don't survive in a highly oxygenated environment. There are many other diseases that can be dealt with in the same way as we move along in the metamorphosis.
Watch them wandering when me fly down far. We step on the beast and kick down with him like a slide down bar. We burning the system, we tell the youth if we fight gun war. Uplifting me sister, tell us Selassie, I love star. We don't wall it, Babylon the system falling. But this is just the beginning of the grand finale. Finale because eventually we get the call. So if we stand up tall and if we gang up cause united, we stand divided, we fall and we love. Whoa. Walk with the Prince of Peace, Selassie are the leader. Praises be to the Kings of Kings, Alpha and Omega. Hear that children say, oh, Selassie are the leader. Oh, Alpha and Omega. Guiltiness is on their face and bloodshed on their shoulders. Turn from your sinful way, yeah, before lightning strike all over. Only for atrocity where your cosman get to you. Then you have the audacity if you come give me gun for shoot. And I chat all you like the city. Well, this is the ugly truth. When you bring all the guns, come give me give it to my recruit. Big revolution. When time the guns them turn for the old politician. Where bring it come in the first place, you should have found education. We make the youth them learn instead of buy ammunition. And you want come run the next term, go run up under your bed, boy. Put your hand on your head. Me terrible and me dread, corrupted politician fit dead, boy. Want to coral garden, don't actively garden. Come like a free every garden, no revolution, reach every garden. Go put this up in the gleaner, me want it reach every reader. If you don't live like Haile Selassie, you're not fit to be Canis leader. Well, walk with the Prince of Peace, Selassie are the leader. Praises be to the Kings of Kings, Alpha and Omega. Hear that children say, oh, Selassie are the leader. Oh, Alpha and Omega. Yes, wow. Selassie, give me the remedy, the fire figure burn. After the tables turn, give me the remedy, the fire figure blaze. Burn Babylon, dirty way. Hey, shot. Eternal fire, dirty Babylon, you are gonna get bruised. We are want them fire. I said they just can't win, you're going lose. We are want them. beg you move, yeah. I beg you pack up and go. Me said the movement alive. Marcus said fi organize and centralize. Rasta fi own banks and enterprise. So me nah stop chanting my soul enter Zion. Princes of fire, Babylon me tell you your time just expire. What kind of wickedness me or you transpire? And no gasoline and no tire. Eternal fire. Dirty Babylon you a go get bruised. Me I want them fire. I said they just can't win, you're going lose. So we are want them. I beg you pack up and go. Me I tell you. I tell you pack up and go. When them a go with a key and saltfish well, better them give me a key and garlic. Ras me a map and a compass on ya. Make me show them say saltfish no come from on ya. The fish they come a far away. They bring him all the way from Norway. Hey, I could the rest of them a try for trick. Cause that can't be me national. This a eternal fire. And dirty Babylon you a go get bruised. Me a want them fire. I said they just can't win, you're going lose. Sonic killer want them move, yeah. I beg you pack up and go. Me I tell you. I beg you move, quick, pack up and go. Tell me why every time you hear about Africa are shackles and chains. Tell me why you try to corrupt the liquor Rasta man break them a do. And if you tell the youth them say Africa exists long before the Middle Passage. Me come to tell you get to use them for wise because Babylon a brainwash the masses a fire. The dirty Babylon you a go get bruised. We a want them fire. I said they just can't win, you're going lose. And we a want them. I tell you pack up and go. Me a beg you move. I said we pack up and go. Why yo? Why yo? Yeah. Why yo?
The business of healing sicknesses. Attendant to these processes are a number of modalities. I will begin with sunshine. Now, in the Caribbean, in South America, and seasonally in North America and Canada and those places, there is an abundance of sunshine. And sunshine is one of the key elements in the business of maintaining good health. It's really very difficult to maintain health in an environment where sunshine is limited. So that in those very cool lands, you find that good health is like a fleeting imagination. It don't really exist in no permanency. So you see, we out here in the Caribbean, I would want to encourage all persons to appreciate the sun. Don't just walk in it, you know, and go to work and come back and go to school and so on and so forth. It can be appreciated better. You see, like, even when the European them come to Jamaica, one of the first thing them do is go out on the beach and lay down on a beach bench and start to take the sun in a way that them can't do it in a them native country. Whereas we know, we kind of hide from the sun from some different reason, you know. Some of we hide from the sun because we think that we're too black, and any more sun might blacken we more. But the European don't think like that. Him want to get blacker. Him realize that the color of his skin is too sallow, and him want to enrich it through the bronzing of his skin with the sun. We now need to understand that. A couple of years ago, I had a little motorbike accident and break my foot. So I went to a doctor and asked him, you know, what is the natural agent that could help in the healing? And him said, well, the best thing to do is to sit in the sun every morning when it's coming up and put your foot out there. Make it get the sun through the cast and eat plenty pop chow. And you will find that healing take place rapidly in matters such like these. I followed the instructions and found that within 1 month, it's 2 of the bone them did break down by the ankle. And in 1 month it healed and the cast come off. And there was wondering how that was possible, but all things are possible once you understand the laws of Mother Nature. Then you have fresh air. Fresh air. Fresh air is also critical. It is critical not only in illnesses, it's critical in normal life. Because you have some countries and some states where fresh air is a rare commodity. Like you have a place named Birmingham, Alabama. You know, it's an industrial city. You have New York City, which is pretty much the air done gone, is now smog. It's a highly polluted environment. I don't know if such a place can clean up again. New York City waiting, it seems like it just waiting for the judgment, whatever that judgment is. But the people them who build it, they done set it up already. As I have spoken about many times in the program, pure water, very critical. The food that you eat must not be processed. It don't matter what it is. Do not eat processed food, because the processed foods is what clog up the body. Because a lot of the processed foods based on the additives to the food is not really food. The body not recognizing it as food cannot digest it. It cannot process it because it is only natural substances that the structure was made to process. So no matter how it's nice, if it don't have that element of naturality, if it is synthetic in any form, fashion, or manner to produce that stimulating taste, it cannot be processed. So the body, once it enters into the tissue structures where the digestion takes place, the body going to separate it from the food and put it aside. The next mission of the body now is to try to get rid of it. But it's not all of it that it can get rid of. And that stay inside of your body over time and create major worries. Then there is a thing called fasting. Time is running out on me and fasting is critical. So maybe another time we could talk about the fasting. Exercise. Exercise is also critical. You're going to want to do a lot of exercise. Without the exercise, you're not going to get too far. Along with rest. In the middle of all of this, you have to be able to rest. And finally now, you have to use your mind to strengthen your body in order to be able to deal with the things that I've been talking about. We're coming to the close of the metamorphosis now, but we still want to play this song for you. So I'm going to proceed.
Good God of grace, Lord will, I have His mercy. I'm Mr. Old Slave Driver. Time is catching up on you, old slave driver. I know your sins them are on, so carry we go home, and bring we run east. Welcome on the Rastaman.
Special shout out to Ras Osa Osobura. Shout out to Iman Black. Shout out to Big Brother from Norwich, the Tire Man.
Do you know social living is the best? 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 Do you know social living is the best?
We have spent the last 3 hours discussing food and nutrition from a historical perspective. We have attempted to look at the diet that we came here with, the diet that we use to maintain ourselves through the rigorous savagery of slavery. And we're looking now at who we have become, realizing fully that the present diet that we are living, there is no way that as a race we could survive. So we have to lift our standards to a higher plane in order to build up our structure, because the road ahead is not yet over. And we have to become physically strong to meet the enemy. As we continue in the metamorphosis, and we close the program tonight. Blessed is the name of the Most High God, Jah Rastafari, Emperor Haile I Selassie I the first, ever living, ever faithful, ever sure, Jah Rastafari.